In our continuing exploration of the basic questions of flower essences, we have today with us Loey Colebeck, who has been talking to us in the podcast episodes 32 and the most current episode 39 about flower essences in Chinese medicine. We'd just love to get your take. This is an ongoing series of our FAQs, and we'd love to hear your take today on what are flower essences? It's such a big question, but maybe just give your shortest version of what today it means, and maybe in context with flower Chinese medicine.
Sure. It's an important question that I have this discussion with my students too, like, we got to be able to talk with people. What are they? Um, so one short answer that I like is it's the life force of plants recorded in water. Um, and then we could go further. How do they act? They resonate with, you know, our energetic or emotional states. Another one I like that Julian Barnard has used is light in water. Light, right? Light recorded in water. And that's really beautiful. Plant energy recorded in water, or plant life force recorded in water. We could say, the unique gesture of a plant as it's expressed, and that's recorded in the structure of water that resonates with the structure of our water, and informs on these, like, emotional hormonal interfaces, right? And that's how they can affect the body, because of course emotions and hormones are so intimately related. That really delicate, working at that really delicate interface. Where do light and water meet? Where do emotions and hormones meet in the body? That was like a long answer of lots of short answers.
They're all good answers, right? And it's just which side do you want to stand on when you describe this phenomenon? One of the answers that I often think about is it's the intelligence of nature imprinted into a watery substance. And I see chi as being its intelligent energy. It's life force energy that's guided by some sort of spirit intelligence. And for me, that works because that affiliates with the chi flowing through my body, and it may be flowing in a watery sense, or it may be flowing in another sort of sense that it's hard to describe. But for me, that's that interface of the chi, the intelligence, the spirit of the plant imprinting into the water that can connect with my intelligence and chi.
Beautiful. Yeah, and when I'm talking with someone who I know knows Chinese medicine, I can just say it's plant chi and water. That's easy. It's such a great concept to have, right? Chi. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, I mean they all work, all of those definitions, and they're just a little bit different lenses, then is it light, is it energy, is it intelligence, is it information? I kind of look at all of that together as a ball of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And that wisdom um imprinting in the water, and then the way it works in the body is through that resonance. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
great to hear all the words, because like you say, they still are hard to describe. I mean, it's still always a little bit of a challenge
It is.
um to to explain what they are to somebody who really has never heard of them or has any of those frameworks.
Yeah.
So
And
thank you.
when we talk about the Chinese medical perspective, those words that you were using, they all are very much like fire, shen, intelligence, right? Then we could say that it's that element recorded in water or infused in water. We're driving fire into water. So we could call it, in that case, like liquid meditation, right? In a sense, because
Hmm.
that's like a Taoist meditation, is to drive fire into water to know oneself better, and they catalyze consciousness. right? That's also driving fire into water. We're catalyzing consciousness when we do that. So I like to use those metaphors too.
Cool. I think we all have a number of different explanations or short answers to this question, because it obviously comes up a lot, and I just tend to like let one run out into the space of the question, because oftentimes in the moment I'll be inspired to say something a little different than what I might usually say, which might be more resonant to the individual asking. The flower essences do not reduce well, right? To try to turn it into 5 words that make complete sense in a strictly intellectual concept, as one loves to have in a Western mind. It really doesn't work very well in that lens. So it's really more, it's more subject to a poetic understanding of the world, an artistic understanding of the world, all of those alternative realities,
Yeah, or
rather than
Eastern
that one.
realities.
I'm sorry?
Or Eastern realities,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
A more holistic and it's spirit infused and chi infused understanding of the world,
yeah.
interrelational understanding of the world.
It always reminds me when we try to describe flower essences, it fits in well with the, from the Tao Te Ching, the Tao that can be described is not the Tao.
uh,
So there you go. Flower essence is indescribable, and yet we do it in many, many ways, in in many
right.
moments, and each one of those adds into this whole picture of
Yeah.
what our
We can't
flowers is.
measure we can't measure what they are with scientific instruments, but we can measure their effects. And their effects are and have been measured with success, particularly in Cuba. So hooray for
True.
that.
Thank you for bringing that in, because I often kind of skip past that, because it's just so hard, and like you're saying, it's there aren't a lot of good English speaking studies. In fact, the ones that are in English tend to be dreadfully designed studies that don't get good answers, strangely. So that the fact that there has been research done, and showing the effects that we know, we've seen it so many times. It's wonderful to see that coming in more and more.
Great. Thanks for that. This is going to be a great little clip. So enjoy.
Thank you.
Until next time.